Is this Donald Trump's worst interview of all time? Donald Trump sat down with Peter Doocy, the son of Steve Doocy. And this was the softball interview to end all softball interviews. And Trump still couldn't keep it together. Now, the topic of TikTok came up. It's looking like we are getting closer to a deal to keep TikTok legal in the United States. Here is what Donald Trump had to say about this. Listen very carefully, because there is some chilling stuff here.
Disaster.
So you get back from the United Kingdom this week. First thing you do, talk to President Xi. It seems like you guys are getting really, really close to a deal for Americans to take over TikTok. They'll get to keep the algorithm because it's so addictive. That's what makes it so valuable. How much money are we talking? How much are these Americans
A tremendous amount of money.
Billions?
Oh, I'd rather have them, they're very well-known people, and Larry Ellison's one of them. He's involved. He's a great guy. Michael Dell is involved. I hate to tell you this, but a man named Lachlan is involved. You know who Lachlan is? That's a very unusual name, Lachlan Murdoch.
Mr. Murdoch.
I believe, and you call him, and Rupert is probably going to be in the group. I think they're going to be in the group. A couple of others, really great people, very prominent people. And they're also American patriots. They love this country. So I think they're going to do a really good job.
Do you want TikTok turning into TikFox? The current situation is bad enough. And there was a study done a few months ago looking at the sort of political leanings of different platforms. Every single platform leaned right in terms of what political content was boosted more, got more impressions, better performance, other than TikTok. Now, this is not me coming in and saying, oh, I think that the Chinese Communist Party is great. I don't. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. This is not me coming in and saying there are no data privacy concerns on TikTok. There are, and there are data privacy concerns on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all the different platforms. But what I am saying is that if you look at the landscape, no matter how many times these right-wingers want to pound you over the head and saying every single platform is left-wing, the data doesn't support that. And the only one that was even close to 50-50, it wasn't even 50-50, it was like 55-45 to the right, but the only one that was even close to 50-50 was TikTok. And now, all of a sudden, Rupert Murdoch of Fox News Corporation is going to own a stake in the American operations of TikTok and is going to be able to meddle with the algorithm. We are really up against it. And this is why I keep saying to people, there has never been a more critical time to support independent media. If you're watching right now, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If there are other creators that you care about, follow them on any platform they're on. On Substacks, we own our data. Make sure to get on the Substack list of people because we've got 1.2 million followers on TikTok. What happens if Rupert Murdoch takes control of this thing, blows up the algorithm? And by the way, on TikTok, you can have millions of followers, get banned like that. You never know why. It's a nightmare. That's it. Those 1.2 million people will never hear from us again. So this is why it's really important to be in direct contact with the creators you support. Substack, I think, is one of the best ways, substack.davidpakman.com. Now, Tommy Vitor from Pod Save America had a great tweet about this where he said, quote, to sum it up, Murdoch's and Trump supporters will own TikTok. Elon Musk owns Twitter. Mark Zuckerberg is an amoral chode who is for whoever is in power. Bari Weiss will run CBS News. ABC bends the knee to any threat. MSNBC is dying. Look at all the liberal media bias. Hard to say it better than Tommy does. Now, at another point during this interview, Trump joked about getting late night hosts fired and about killing innocent civilian fishermen. These are not exactly the jokes of someone who supports free speech or of someone who supports the rule of law and is not a warmonger, okay? But this is what now counts as funny in MAGA world.
I'm basically a nice person. People just don't know that.
Over in Europe, you were with business leaders.
Yeah.
Everything that you do, there's a business aspect to it.
Yeah.
What is a worse business to be in right now? the captain of a cartel drug boat in the Caribbean.
They're in trouble.
Or a late night network TV talk show host.
Oh, they're both in trouble, although Greg Gutfeld's doing great. You know, so I think I'd take that one by a long shot. We have the water drugs, I call them the water drugs, pretty much stopped. In fact, I think water fishing, I think almost anything we have to get into a boat right now in that area would not be doing too well.
This is what's funny these days. The president pushing for late night hosts to be fired. The president joking about killing innocent fishermen off the coast of South America. Now, remember, this is a softball interview, and boy, is it. We get to the topic of AOC. And to be frank, I'm kind of interested in what Trump's current view is of AOC. Here it is.
Let's get right into it. Politics. Today there is a report that AOC wants to run for president in 2028. This new Sunday show, it's kind of a next-gen Sunday show. We're trying something new. Do you have anything nice to say about AOC?
Well, look, she's the wrong philosophy for the country in terms of keeping America great. We're making it great. We're taking in so many different elements of success, including tremendous trillions of dollars. And our country's being great. Again, we have a closed border now. Nobody is coming in illegally. They're coming in legally, not illegally. So many things have happened. Her philosophy is so bad. She's got a little spunk. She's got a little something that's good. Joe Crowley, she ran against him, and I said, you know, Joe, you're going to lose this thing unless you go out and campaign. I watched her campaigning a little bit. I happened to turn on television. I saw her campaign. It was almost like by accident. And I said, you're going to have to run a little bit. And, oh, well, no, she's a young girl, he said. She's a young girl.
Let me translate this for you. Okay, what Trump is saying is, I think she's attractive, but I wish she was sucking up to me. That's Trump's view about AOC. That's how we can translate it. And then again, a very hard-hitting Fox interview, Doocy asking, when you were a widow boy, what kind of a car did you want? That's the journalism of Peter Doocy.
And last one, when you were a kid, what kind of a car did you always want?
I always wanted to have a Ferrari. Sounds strange.
Did you ever get a Ferrari?
I did. I actually had a Ferrari for a while. Now I buy American. I buy American. I love our American cars. And you know, our car, I don't know if you know what's going on.
I love Tesla.
We were the capital of the world for cars, right? And 52% of our car manufacturing was stolen from other countries. Mexico, Canada, Germany, China, Japan. They're coming back. They're all coming back. The numbers are incredible. So we're going to be manufacturing a lot of cars.
Peter Doocy got it. Now, I just want to say one other thing. I know that sometimes some of you write in and you go, David, you know, sometimes when you interview Democratic elected officials, you don't really disagree that much with them. And sometimes I will interview an official with whom I don't disagree with very much. And that comes through in the interview. That's true. This is what it looks like. This interview is what it looks like when you are a total and complete suck up looking to retain access. Sometimes I do interview folks and I agree on the subject matter. I interviewed Newsom about Prop 50. I agree with Prop 50. I'm unsure that we've got the numbers if every state does it. I confronted him with that, but I agree with the plan, right? I'm not going, Governor, when you were a widow boy, what was your favorite Wego, right? I'm not doing that, okay? This is what it looks like, and Peter Doocy should be ashamed of himself, really.